Hello everyone, and welcome to a return of, the Mancini the Amazing Channel and the Pokemon A to Z series, where we take you through the A to Zs, and we have the returning ChichiSara from our favorite spin-off show.
I'm back, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. I haven't played this format at all, so we're going to get weird today.
Well, luckily we have some Pokemon that you have made very strong statements about previously, so I'm sure you must have extensive personal experience with them and have used them on many an occasion to have formed the very strong opinions that you have previously expressed about them.
That is mostly incorrect.
No, I mean, I knew that was...
Yeah, I know.
I will say that you are maybe perhaps not the most sly of people. Obviously that would be sly.
Yeah, Chien-Pao is one of my least favorite draft Pokemon. Among many others in recent seasons.
Among many others?
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh. Old man yells at cloud, eh?
I yell at clouds a lot. Well, you guys know this, though.
So yes, Chien-Pao, who is an okay Pokemon in the current format, and Tauros, who is an interesting off-meta pick in the current format. Suffice it to say. Let's see what Chien-Pao is in usage. If we take a look at the latest, so the Pikalytics, I don't know what the Pikalytics math is on. It's different to Smogon's maths. I tend to trust Smogon more because I don't know where Pikalytics is getting its math from. So Chien-Pao was top 10 in best of 1, and sorry, literally 10th in both formats with a about 20% usage in best of 3 and about 16% in best of 1. So, you know, it's probably pretty decent. And I'm not bothering checking for Tauros because there will be 4 Tauruses, and I think this is the least used of all of them.
Yeah, and it makes sense because the other ones are just better.
I don't know if the normal type one is a straight improvement on it.
Mm-hmm.
It side grades a lot of valuable aspects, but because this one's competing with Aqua and Blaze and not really presenting you with something distinct, like the other one is faster and has obviously normal stab, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting situation. Poetry, I don't know what the hell to do with Tauros.
Something that's coming to mind immediately with this combination is just like make Tauros go really fast and like close combat everything.
Okay. I thought you were about to tell me that Chien-Pao got Frost Breath, but it doesn't, sadly. Also, it has like okay Spatak for some reason.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't need those stats.
It's a Pokemon, you know. Like I think if you look at Chien-Pao and Chien-Pao and Tinglu and Wo-Chien all have like just really weird allocations of stats. So Chien-Pao only has 5 less special attack than Wo-Chien, despite Wo-Chien being a dedicated special attacker, except when it runs physical moves.
Yeah, well, Wo-Chien is like supposed to be tanky, but it has that horrible typing, right?
Yeah, and also the bad stat spread where it's like 85, 95, 70 in superfluous stats. And then its HP is like not very good. And then it's like SPDF is, you know, it's not this 155, 125 that Tinglu has, right? So I think there are a lot of issues with Wo-Chien. The other of which is that Intimidate exists, so why are you using Wo-Chien?
Mm-hmm.
So Chien-Pao is the opposite of Intimidate. This mon functionally intimidates your opponent's defense stat and dropping that. But luckily we also brought Intimidate so that our defense stats aren't lowered. In fact, we take slightly less damage than we would if there was neither of those abilities, which is important to remember if Weezing's on the field.
It's a cool Pokemon. It seems like a pretty decent combo, actually. I'm kind of thinking maybe like Scarf on the Tauros.
Okay. I would have a very specific apprehension with a Scarf Tauros.
It dies?
Like, it's not faster than Booster Flutter, and sure, like, that's there. A bunch of Flutters are not Booster. But my main concern is that Tailwind is just everywhere. From Torn. or occasionally
True.
Volbeat and Illumise. Or in rare cases, Channel Flame and Murkrow. But like we can consider Scarf. If we are going Scarf, we need something to support it in doing that. And then if we're saying we're going Scarf, I assume that we are like CC. I assume we're like Earthquake, Rock Slide.
Yeah.
Wild Charge maybe, Zen maybe. Lash Out's obviously got synergy with
Maybe Iron Head.
Oh yeah, Iron Head's
Like Terra Steel, Iron Head.
This new button is new. they keep making new changes. Oh, okay, all the buttons are different now, or are larger. Did I do something to my visuals, or is this an actual change? It is sometimes hard to know.
Sure.
So, I guess I decided to default to the max speed, max attack. I
think that's good for now.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be super much value in doing other things. So, Chien-Pao. It's got like a couple good items. Obviously, the first one I think that comes to mind for most people is Focus Sash. Then after that, it is the Dread Plate or Life Orb for boosting sucker damage with a Terra Dark. And then after that comes like the Assault Vest Spadef versions of Chien-Pao, which is definitely like not a bad version. And then, we certainly have seen Citrus Chien-Pao perform in tournament as well. I think with Scarf Tauros, we're probably looking for like that sort of Dread Plate Sucker Punch boosted one, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. I think we definitely want to protect on it.
So I'll probably start with Ice Spinner because I dislike Trick Room and Trick Room players. And then, are we doing Sacred Sword or Crunch, do you think, in this slot? We could do Substitute as well. Either way,
well,
I'm just going to put Sacred Sword on while you get the automatic thing. I'll take it off. And then we want to make sure, we've got an on HP number.
I think Sacred Sword is probably good.
I think Sacred Sword is probably good. Okay.
What do you think the benefit of running Crunch would be?
That it's an immediately strong and consistent dark move.
Yeah, Sucker is definitely less consistent. What are we Sacred Sorting?
Like Iron Defense, Gudras and Komodos. Urshifu.
Heatran.
Yeah, Heatran. The Crunch also hits Heatran.
Yeah.
Could do Lash Out as well for dealing with Intimidate.
We also have Ursaluna. I think maybe Sacred Sword's good.
Sure. I mean, it's not like we have an ice move for it or something.
Okay. Cut that out, alright? Post.
Lash Out is probably our best sort of thing to respond to being intimidated by like a Hark. Sacred Sword obviously also can hit Hark, but I think Lash Out with the Dread Plate would be stronger.
Yeah, Lash Out's kind of cool. Maybe we should see what else is on the team before we make a firm commitment here.
And then stuff-wise, I think that we're probably looking at what was the one that I'm trying to picture in my brain? The guy who makes things faster. Torn. We probably would like speed for Torn. Because you see the occasional max Torn, and I don't think I really want like a max speed sort of thing. I would, like with a Dread Plate, I'd really like to get some bulk.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Probably.
Is Torn max out at 180?
179. Sorry, I thought it was a jump point, but it looks like it was not a jump point. My head still only really remembers the jump points from level 100. I feel like the several generations of just doing tons and tons and tons of building for singles has really ingrained them into my head. But yeah. So yeah, Scarf Taurus. So then we want enabling and we want special attackers, right? Those are probably the things that we want there. So an enabling would be potentially like a Fake Out Glide. Rillaboom, obviously, is sort of like a top option there. Fake Out is, I think, something that is particularly interesting. Could get something like Okidogi to deal with opposing Intimidate, or an Ogerpon Grass as well. Can do that as well, also.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at Okidogi earlier.
I just realized Okidogi is the fighting
control.
type one, isn't it?
Yeah, fighting and poison, I think.
We do kind of already have the fighting type thing. We are kind of.
Yeah.
What are the weaknesses of this typing? I know Psychic.
Yeah, it'd be 4 times to Psychic, flying,
ground.
Ground. Yeah.
We obviously do maintain that. We already have the flying weakness as well with Tauros. Not currently ground weak. We could obviously, you mentioned Heatran. Heatran certainly wouldn't be a terrible idea for something to throw into this team, and then sort of get some ground checks as in the last 2.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely want something to make sure that we can go first. And I don't think Icy Wind will be enough, right?
No, though I don't have a whole lot of context for like what you're thinking in terms of Icy Wind. So obviously,
well, like,
you know, if it was like a booster iron bundle, that might be a bit more
that's kind of
consistent
what I was
in some
thinking.
things. I mean, I do love randomly putting Raichu on teams, which makes me want to use Raichu, but may not necessarily be the best option. It's just that it's Raichu.
It is Raichu.
I had you in the Weavile episode, right?
Yes.
Everything's coming full circle. We have we're now using the fully evolved version of Weavile.
I don't know if it was a Weavile episode or if we just used Weavile.
I think you're right. I think we used Weavile, and the following episode was the Weavile episode, where Weavile did not do anywhere near as well as it did in our video.
Yeah, because we used Wish Cash.
Whiscash, that's right.
Yeah.
With Hark, right? So yes. Hark is Arcanine Hisway.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, all I'm saying is Ludicolo. I could use Ambipom. I did use Ambipom recently, and it was like not on ladder, and it was actually surprisingly good. All of the Fake Out mods are fighting types. We already have 2.
What about Gothitelle?
I guess. So we're thinking like something like this.
Yeah, and then
like Taunt Last, Protect, Thunderwave.
Taunt feels pretty good to stop opposing Trick Room, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of Trick Room setters it doesn't necessarily stop, but it's at least an attempt, right?
Yeah.
And a decent bit of this is about making attempts. Probably just pop Terra Grass on for random spores, mostly. There's not a whole lot of them in the format. Amoonguss is definitely nowhere near what it was before they invented this magical Pokemon called Sinistra. It does get around Rage Powder, but I think it's probably Sinistra we want to be taunting anyways. Yeah. So, Citrus Berry on this, or it could be Mental Herb. I don't think Mental Herb makes that much sense, actually, so I probably wouldn't lean towards it. Do we want this to be Fizz-Def because we are sort of getting the Spadef mostly out of Heatran?
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then let's just go. Put like a little bit of speed, a little bit of attack. Just, a little something to throw off our opponent's calcs. And yes, Okidogi. Guard Dog. That's not Defiant. It has a different name. I don't know what we want Okidogi to do on this team.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it actually fits. It kind of shares a lot of those weaknesses.
Yeah, and also, I don't think it fits with Chien-Pao particularly well. It seems like it orients more towards sort of mid-range or longer games, rather than that, like, sort of immediate thing. But what if we did just like sort of look at defiant options or a competitive option? We could consider like a melodic.
I kind of want to lean into the physical attack with Chien-Pao.
We probably would like one good special attacker, as well as like the support option. Like we don't want to run into a team that is literally just throwing out wisps and has a reflect up, and then just only have Gothitelle to deal with it. So I think that of the remaining three, we would like a physical, like an offensive physical mon, an offensive special mon, and a supportive physical mon is probably the shape that I would default towards, because we want to have that option of like 4 good physical mons, right? But then we also want to have the option of 2 special attackers with the support option in Gothitelle, and then a stronger special attacker as well, and then have that sort of make up the whole shape of our team.
Okay, how about Empoleon? Maybe we could run like a Trick Room option.
I just think that Empoleon's really bad. Mostly because it doesn't get
good
scored.
bulk and competitive. Oh, it doesn't get skulled.
Like we're clicking Hydro. There's sort of 2 options that I think I'm leaning towards in these last slots for the special attackers. Either we do want a competitive, which we could consider Gardecuno, we could consider Empoleon, we could consider Melodic. I don't think we should consider Kilo. I think that Goth should be Shadow Tag. I don't think it should be Wigglytuff, though I may be brought around to Wigglytuff.
I will not bring you around to Wigglytuff. Don't worry.
Yeah, and the alternative would be Heatran. I think is a mon that I'd consider.
Yeah, but Heatran's boring, right?
Is it?
I think it's boring.
Did you like lose to Purple Rain or?
No, but it's just Heatran, right? I mean, Terra Grass and fire moves and boring stuff.
I mean, it's a pretty diverse mon that it's not like a lot of teams. Something we could do, if we wanted to change stuff up a little, we could run Ability Shields and Wheezing.
Well, that's kind of fun.
But then we're not the Scarf thing that we were trying to do. Because Geowiz is a Pokemon. I was going to say okay offensively, then I realized that would just be a little bit too far. Yeah. We could do something far more sinister.
What's that?
We could put in our inner Rhino gigs.
I kind of like the idea of running something with competitive, especially with all the Landos running around.
Do we just want to run it on Goth?
Yeah, then what can we put for coverage over Helping Hand? Maybe like Shadow Ball?
For what? The Dark types? Not like Energy Ball?
Yeah, right.
We already are Terra Grass, so Energy Ball seems like a sort of natural fit for that slot. Or Thunderbolt's okay.
Yeah, let's do Energy Ball.
Okay.
Yeah. That's fun.
So now we are competitive Goth. I think the EVs sort of stay the same there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably Hark that I'd be maybe more concerned about, but honestly, I don't know. Lando is a very difficult mon to deal with. So, Heatran. Or, I don't know, what's an alternative steel type? So, we do want a steel type. I don't think it's Empoleon. You're not too keen on Heatran. Could be Gold. Obviously, I don't think it's Goodra. I'd like them to resist Fairy, which is the same reason I wasn't too keen on King Gambit as our Defiant option. Could be Magnezone. Magnezone's fun.
Yeah, Magnezone kind of makes sense.
Sizzle also has good synergy with, what's it called? Sword of Ruin.
I think if we went with something like Magnezone, now we have two pretty slow Pokemon, which is a little concerning if we don't have a way to like set Trick Room
Could
or
do.
reliably make them go first.
I mean, so obviously Helping Hand was kind of ameliorating the need to go first.
Yeah.
We do have like Intimidate as well. We could do like an Assault Vest Sizzle, take advantage of its bulk, and then use this sort of Ruin as kind of like, well, obviously, you know, it's a 1.25x multiplier on top of the 1.5x multiplier, which means you have large numbers coming out of basically nowhere. You know, I'm not saying it's cheating. It's just basically cheating.
Right. Yeah, no, I like Scizor.
Something like
And
this.
then maybe,
Terrifying.
yeah.
I didn't mean shiny. Gonna have to get used to this. So I
Water
just
type.
I wanted the stab on Dueling Beat
Okay.
because it becomes a really strong move there. But we could consider water type.
No, I mean maybe like a water type in the next slot is what I was
Oh
thinking.
yes, that's fine. Tatsdozer.
Definitely could be.
I wasn't necessarily actually seriously saying Tatsdozer.
What about Floatzel?
Floatzel. Why Floatzel?
With sort of Ruin, it's kind of doing big damage. With Wave Crash, it's doing huge damage, right? And it's fast.
Yeah, I mean, fast is not how I would describe it.
Yeah, I guess with all the boosters running around, we don't have a way to make it go first unless we put something else in the last slot
Like,
to
we
help
could just do
enable it.
Palafin, right? I know it's not a particularly good Pokemon in this format, but we do have the synergy with Intimidate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Palafin's just better, right? It's better Floatzel.
I would say that it's like I you know, they're neither of them are good Pokemon. It's like, you know, it's a bit of a the reason that I would probably prefer Palafin is because it has Jet Punch, and also I want to put a Choice Band on it. So
Yeah.
the other
That makes
Pokemon we
sense.
could consider is Rapid Shifu, but we don't have Tauros, so. Yeah, like I don't feel like clicking Aquajet with the other mon is like the most compelling thing to me. Water resists in the current format. Wellspring. I mean, I think it's just fighting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want this Terraflying with like Ogerpon in the format.
Yeah. That makes
I
sense.
say as it is a bug type. We are not going to match up. I probably want to cut down a little bit on these to get some speed, as well as, you know, some Fizdef. I prefer more Fizdef, but I don't have any in-depth knowledge of what I'm trying to use this sizzle for yet. So our second special attacker has to come at some point, and at some point has now, because we don't have anything else. So an immediately like strong special attacker. And then what are we kind of annoyed by with the current team? Besides most things. How do we feel about our matchup into Flutter? I think we feel okay. How do we feel about our matchup into Iron Hands? I also think we feel okay there. Blando, we could do with literally any ground check whatsoever.
Okay.
Is this time for my favorite Pokemon?
What is that?
It's like not actually my favorite Pokemon. It's just a Pokemon that I've been coming to appreciate more recently. It actually it top forward at Toronto. The classic Assault Vest Terraflying Thun T set.
Yeah, I like that.
And by this I mean that I wish I had run Assault Vest previously because I lost to a Torn. Let me check what else did our Lord and Savior Janie Blade was running. I watched Lucy's team breakdown on it, but I don't remember it off the top of my head because I do not have an encyclopedic memory. Let me just pull these. Yeah. How are we feeling about the team with how it looks and all of that?
I think pretty solid. Volt Absorb is nice with Palafin too for the Switch.
Definitely is. Also, like it's definitely a mon that we're thinking about switching, right?
Mm-hmm. Do we want Volt Switch on there maybe?
So the set that performed there was, and I've just pulled it up, was Grass Knot and Wild Bolt Storm. We could run Volt Switch over one of the other electric moves. Wouldn't have any issue with that. Which of them would you prefer to drop?
Probably Thunderbolt.
Okay, let's put Wild Bolt up here. Put Volt here. Yeah, obviously Volt does have synergy with Palafin and Tauros. I want to be faster than a Shifu, at least. So I just realized I pulled up the calc on the other screen. I literally have it on this screen for the purpose of like showing it off and all that. But my ability to retain information is not very high, it seems.
I'm gonna pee real quick.
Okay.
Fill the silence. Okay.
So yeah, Jamie Boy getting top 4 at Toronto. Awesome. We love seeing Jamie Boy pop off. It's been, I think, like since pre-COVID, since we've had a particularly strong Jamie Boy run, and I am very happy to see it. I also like running things to be faster than Lando. Sorry, than a Shifu, because a Shifu is kind of annoying. It's kind of like good and such. How does this team deal with rock slides? It's okay. We've got the 2 rock slide weaknesses. They both tear out. Only one of them tears out of a rock slide weakness. This tears into a rock slide weakness, which is something to consider. This probably wants EVs. This probably does not want any of that, actually. It's like, it probably wants like some of this, and it definitely wants like that.
Something else that we could maybe consider would be Pelipper.
Wow, you are very quick at that.
Yeah, I didn't wash my hands.
That is not something that needed to go on to YouTube.
Yeah, we could cut that out and post. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, so Pelipper will set the rain, which benefits Scizor and Palafin, and also has the ability to wide guard and Tailwind.
But we wanted to like synergize with these 2 Pokemon, and I think it's Sacred Sword with what we've got now. And I don't really want Pelipper on the field with either of them. Maybe Chien-Pao in some really weird places. I just feel like Pelipper just isn't that turn 1 strong. And if we're trying to play not for turn 1, that's what we've got Palafin for. Everything else we kind of want to be turn 1 strong.
Okay, I guess I was just thinking like wide guard for Gleams and Rock Slides.
Yeah, so I would say that clicking something like wide guard is not strong. In the sense of you're clicking like a support move and hoping that they click the spread move.
Yeah,
I was mentioning, I'm not sure if you got back to listen when I was saying it, but like I don't feel like we're bad into Rock Slide, right? Obviously, if we tear a Scizor into flying and we also have Thund and Chien-Pao in a set, then it's not great. But then we're also like threatening Lando reasonably enough, right? Probably the reason that we're tearing the Scizor would be because it's one of the Terrafire Landos. So it's not something that I think is something that feels too pressing to me at this point.
Okay. All right, looks solid.
I was like, let me just make sure that's the right format. It is.
Who's clicking buttons the first game?
You have more than one Assault Vest.
Good to know.
That is true. They make an accurate statement here. I want the Scizor to stay Assault Vest, so Life Orb.
Life Orb sounds reasonable.
Like Protect. I do think it's dropping Bolt for Protect. Or we could drop Grass Knot. Who needs
Yeah, we
Grass
don't have
Knot?
we don't have a lot of Protect on this team either.
Well, we have several choice Pokemon, and we used to have several Assault Vest Pokemon. So
yeah,
that does tend to limit the number of Pokemon you have that feel good using Protect. Okay, Sneasler. This is how we can tell that we're playing against a 1300s player.
Yeah. Who's clicking?
I can click game 1, or you can. I don't really mind.
Okay. I mean, Chien-Pao
click
seems
game 1.
decent.
Power's good. I kind of want to lead Tauros and Palafin, and then have Pao and Scizor in the back.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Do we think that we KO Urshifu with CC? We do. So, I feel very strongly inclined to Terra Steel this Tauros, CC the Urshifu, and switch the Palafin into Scizor. We have 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I like that. Yep. Because we're not too afraid of Moonblast this way. Gleam, very nice.
Okay, if it's Sash, I cry. It is not Sash. I can save my tears for another day.
That was a very solid turn 1.
There have definitely been worse turn 1s. I don't... Does that mean they're Scarf? Are they doing this for the speed tie?
Does Tauros tank a Moonblast? I don't think so.
Well, we got Bullet Punch, which is quite convenient.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Bullet Punch the Flutter.
Oh, that makes sense.
Very nice.
That makes sense. On the plus side, we still have
Okay.
Palafin and Chien-Pao. So we can just sucker the Chi-Yu. And do we think Jet Punch KOs? May I want to actually protect the Pao and lock Jet Punch?
Yeah, do we think Jet Punch kills, or do we need a Wave Crasher?
It looks like we definitely think Jet Punch kills.
Okay.
So we go for the Jet Punch, Sucker Punch play. They are not Scarf.
Nice. Big kill.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, being locked in a Jet Punch, not great.
Yeah. Game's
Should
definitely
do
not
a really
over, though.
nice chunk. Yeah. Oh, double.
Okay.
Oh, okay. The game is over.
I expected them to glide there, I won't lie. And that's what Jet Punch is for.
Wow.
So, not a bad game 1. Actually, we'll delegate to yourself picking buttons for game 2. Yeah, I feel like that Tauros lead was pretty effective.
Yeah.
If we did look into CC against several ghost types. Okay, here's that Pokemon that we were running Sacred Sword for. What the hell is this team?
Yeah, what are they trying to do? Well, they're probably going to set Tailwind turn 1. How do you feel about Thundurus?
Thun's okay. I am, at the current point in time, imagining that they might set Rain next to Floatzel.
Okay.
So I kind of want to get Tauros in. Do you want to lead Thun Tauros with Pao and Scizor in the back? Or maybe Goth instead of Scizor?
I was kind of thinking Goth might be good.
So, Tauros, Thun, Pao, Goth?
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
I honestly forgot that they were allowed to run the other Urshifu.
Well, Wild Bolt Storm looks pretty solid here.
It does, though I'm concerned that we just die. Mostly because I think we just die to Urshifu, if that wasn't clear.
Yeah, we could protect.
It's still calcing the it says it's dread play on Urshifu. We cannot protect, it's Urshifu.
Oh, yeah, right.
Why is it loading the wrong Urshifu? That's quite frustrating. We can. I think we do the Wild Bolt Storm and we just Rock Slide.
Yeah.
Or we could CC the Urshifu, but it's not going to die. So. Yeah, I mean we definitely just die there.
Yeah.
it's pretty bad. Cool. Now we go Goth.
Got to fake out.
Goth and Fake Out. I do not think we click Fake Out here. I think we would, like, I don't think that would benefit us in any way. I think that we, like, just Energy Ball the Shifu.
Okay. Terra Grass.
Okay, so we could Fake Out the Urshifu and just go for Rock Slide. I think that's probably fine, actually. Fake Out Urshifu,
Okay.
Rock Slide.
Rain Dance, so scary.
The Floatzel coming in is pretty spooky. For many of the same reasons stated previously. On the plus side, they didn't kill us with Bleak Wind. On the downside, we are locked up. What? Why? This is frustrating. Why would they have the... It doesn't make any sense to me. I think that we have to Terra Grass, Energy Ball the Urshifu, and switch Pao into the Tauros slot.
Okay, I think Toro.
I think we really need Intimidate.
Dies. Okay, yeah.
I'm hoping that they double the Goth. I'm like not sure how we win, or like that they just attack the Goth here. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Oh my god, that does so much damage despite us being like super spit F. So like they definitely should have faked out Goth there, I think.
Yeah, they
Right, and it's still on Tailwind too. We don't have Helping Hand on the plus side, or like I feel maybe we should have dropped Taunt or something. Because I like
Ball,
Sucker.
the Floatzel and Protect.
Sucker probably KOs Floatzel.
You think?
Yeah, I'm looking at the calc.
Okay. Should I swap the Goth?
Yeah, Sucker the Floatzel and swap Goth in. Sorry, swap Tauros in. I think you're right.
Oh yeah. Chien-Pao's pretty good.
For Swords Dance? Why'd they go for Swords Dance?
That's interesting.
I think we CC and protect the Chien-Pao.
Okay. You don't think we should just hit it?
No, I think they're going to Drain Punch back a bunch of health.
Okay, yeah.
Like, we can just do that next turn. I'm looking at it, and CC Ice Spinner doesn't look to be KOing, so... Especially because they are probably Citrus with...
Yep,
yeah.
There it is.
Okay, well, that's
good
not what we
call.
were hoping for, but it's fine. We've got the Fake Out and CC this turn. Fake Out Ice Spinner, rather.
Ice Spinner, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping that they were doing that into the Chien-Pao rather than the Tauros when we went for Protect, but obviously that's not how that worked out. I feel like the Psychic and Ice Spinner should be a very safe pickup here.
Yeah. There it is. Very nice. Strong team, huh?
Look, you know, we're 2-0. We'll see if we can make it to 3-0. It's good, like, it's pretty good, right? We are running, like, a genuinely hyper-offensive team. You know, if that does sort of lose us at Goth. Goth is fun, especially when they don't realize we're competitive.
Yeah.
I forgot we were competitive.
We definitely want to look out for a Trick Room setup here. So maybe Scizor lead?
Well, Goth is our actual way to prevent Trick Room, right? If we think they are trying to lead Trick Room, we probably want to like have Palafin lead so that we can take advantage of them having a slow turn. Like Goth, Palafin, and then have Tauros and Chien-Pao in the back.
Okay. Yeah, Goth, Palafin. What, you don't want Scizor in the back?
No, I want to use both Tauros and Chien-Pao because they're like a Pokemon that we're making the video about.
Okay. Who's clicking?
I can. Yeah, Goth, Palafin, Tauros, Chien-Pao. I think that Scizor is probably better than Chien-Pao, but we're making the Chien-Pao video. So.
For the video, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Easing.
I don't know if this stops Palafin's ability working.
Yeah, I don't know if it counts if it switches, right?
I don't know this interaction at all. On the plus side, what I do know is that they're preventing our other abilities from going off. We could just double the Weezing here with the flip turn
the
and
Scizor
psychic.
Scizor scares me though. It's gonna do huge damage to Goth, right?
See, I don't know what it's going to do.
I think he U-turns that
I'm
slot.
flip turning. You think he U-turns us? So you just want to fake out the Scizor and flip turn into the Weezing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope they're not Covert Cloak.
No shot.
All we know is that the Scizor did not go for a priority move. I want to go for that double attack into Weezing net play now.
Okay. Your Goth probably takes a hit from Scizor, right?
I hope so. We are physically defensive.
Yeah. Not Chien-Pao.
Not Chien-Pao. That's annoying.
Yeah. Oh, so close.
Oh, they're quite bulky.
There's Bug Bite.
No, not a berry! That's very rude. Yeah, that Weezing's quite fast, but also quite bulky. That's weird. Because it's naturally slower than us, isn't it? Yeah, naturally slower than Goth, and we have some speed invested. Not much, but some. But then they also took the moves that we thought were going to KO.
Yeah. They probably protect the Weezing here.
Yeah. I don't know what I want to do with Goth, though. Do we just want to go hard Power? And just Rock Slide?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Get another Bug Bite into that slot, probably. Flinch?
Yeah, the dueling beat's not a surprising move. The bullet punch is frustrating.
Jet Punch into the Weezing slot feels okay. Or
I'm
maybe
not
even
blocking
Wave
Jet
Crash.
Punch, but I can go for it.
We could go Wave Crash.
Kind of want to Wave Crash the Scizor, to be honest. And bring maybe Goth into the slot? Into the Tauros slot?
Yeah.
No, we definitely don't want to get stuck in. I'm actually going to flip turn the Weezing and bring Goth in.
Okay.
Because I really
Yeah,
want
the
this
only thing
Intimidate.
about keeping Tauros in is we would get the Intimidate. Oh, okay.
Oh, Clear Amulet. How did they know?
So smart. They're stream sniping.
They're stream sniping. That's exactly it. Every time you open OVS, someone is stream sniping. It's true.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so I want to Wave Crash and taunt the Cress.
Yep. Agreed.
I want to Terra Water Wave Crash and taunt the Cress.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't know what else we would use Terra for here. Maybe the
Stronger
Chandler?
Sucker, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that's big
Like, I think it
damage.
died anyways, but there's no reason to risk. Okay, they did
No
go for
mental
tripper.
herb.
What the hell?
Interesting.
Tyranitar. Yeah, no, I don't expect mental herb ever on Cress.
Wave Crash to T-Tar and Energy Ball it.
They haven't terrored yet.
Yeah, but they're not gonna be able to take a water and a grass move, right?
Or they could be Terra
Unless it's-
Grass. Do we ever switch
Yeah.
POW in? No, I don't want to. We could... Yeah, I think we just go for the Wave Crash Energy Ball. I think you're right. Okay,
Yeah.
it's just the Psychic set. That's not a good Terra. I don't understand why so many people are on it. Why is everything faster than Cress? No, Cress is naturally faster, I think. Yeah, Cress is significantly naturally faster.
Speed.
GG, you too.
Cool team. It is a cool team. What a solid team that was.
Yeah, no, it's good. We're in the 1300s. We're on our way back to the 1400s. That's awesome. I'm loving having like the sort of the things coming back. Honestly, yeah, no, it's just fun. Like we only use 3 Pokemon.
Yeah.
This Sizzle Mirror. I didn't even fully process that this was a Sizzle Mirror.
Yeah. If you could swap the Tauros for one of the other ones, would you?
Yeah, Fire one, 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we like have just benefited in every situation from having the Fire one?
Right. Yeah. So other than that, though, I mean, it seems like a pretty decent team. I feel like speed control is a little bit of an option, but with Intimidate and cycling, maybe not so much.
Yeah, I think Shadow Tag would be better on Goth. Though, obviously, competitive is funny. That said, I mostly just did it so you'd stop asking me to put a competitive mon on the team.
I just really wanted Empoleon. Get me back on for Empoleon, okay.
I really wanted Empoleon to be good. But,
Yeah.
like, they still didn't give it a physical stab steel move. It's still using Steel Wing. After all these generations, why doesn't it have
now
Iron
that it's
Head?
competitive. Like, you just run special now, right?
Okay, but why doesn't it have Iron Head?
Good question. Its head is made of iron, so I don't know.
I just want it to run to get Iron Head. Or Meteor Mash, you know, I'm not picky.
Yeah.
You know. It's like, I'll even take what's the other one called? The
Metal
slash
Claw.
move search steel type physical BP over 90 Behemoth Blade. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, I don't know. We should give it Behemoth Blade, but
What, you don't think I should be able to do double damage against Dynamax Pokemon?
yeah. I don't know. It's not as fitting as Iron Head. Iron Head's just gonna make sense.
No, I just don't want it to be Steel Roller. But like, yeah, give me Iron Head, give me Meteor Mash, give me, you know, just give it something. You know, I just want it. I just want to do it, man. I just want it. I've been denied it for so many generations, and now it has competitive and no school.
Especially for draft, though, right? Like that would give it really nice options.
Yeah, it definitely would give it more depth. And then people wouldn't just run Snarl and Wheezing.
Yeah.
By the way, the cool thing with Wheezing, if we did go with it, is you can run Ability Shield, and then your Intimidate still works.
Right.
Normally you would be using Lando instead of Tauros, but, you know. I say that. I've got 2 more Tauruses in a row. Surely I'm going to do this with one of them.
Yeah.
So we wound up using the Terra Dark on Chien-Pao, which... Did we ever Terra the Chien-Pao? I know we did Terra the Tauros.
We did not.
I think...
Tauros,
who did we Terra the other game?
and Tauros, Goth, and
Oh,
Palafin.
Goth. Yeah, that's true. Gothitelle is just a very fun Pokemon. I love it so much. It is just incredibly fun to use.
Yeah, agreed.
I definitely am looking at it for next VBL season. However, that
I think people were really scared of Shadow Tag also, you know?
I have no idea.
Just assuming that we had it, because who runs competitive?
I mean, this game, we were neutralizing gas the entire time, and then we KO'd all their Pokemon.
Right, true.
So, maybe not as much against Murdoch. Maybe the other games, I don't know. Obviously, I'm not in their heads. I think it's definitely good on lead to have either of these abilities, because either they lead the Intimidate and you get +2 special attack, or they lead the Intimidate and then they can't switch out and get another Intimidate because you have Shadow Tag. Mm-hmm. They did make a number of like more... No, someone literally switched in front of it, didn't they? No, it was Thun they switched in front of. No, they didn't switch in front of Thun. They just hit it with Urshifu. Thunder's cool. I'm sorry they died.
Yeah, it's too bad.
It may not be the Splash Blade Urshifu check that we were all hoping for, or a counter at least against Torn. But honestly, yeah, no, the Psycho Punch here felt good, the Bullet Punch here felt good, the Jet Punch here felt good, and then Taurus's Scarfo was pretty fun. Rockslide CC, I don't think it came the other game because we just had already won, just like how Chien-Pao didn't come that last game because we'd already won. Definitely a lot of fun, and it's awesome having you back on the channel.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. Looking forward to the next season of VBL.
Yeah, and to everyone watching, a lot of thanks to you for watching, and for the comment that you've left down below, the like you've left on the video, and the subscribe. Go check out Daddy's channel. It will also be linked. And have a lovely day.